Ebusian for me chiamo. Asema be fie. Hey. Hopeson Agyapade book. Asema abasa book yi ho de me se chese. Hey, munya daje. Wo de munya daje na muntie. Munhwe video we bi. Na so far comment ye den eto ho. To ba invite to be in share video na same way there. Me I so same. Why? To share video no. Bye bye.
Although the Ashanti group within the current MPP is gearing itself to take over the party after Nana Akufo-Addo's tenure in 2024, it would be ideal if we could work to bypass them in 2024. Jesus Christ. With hard work, we could work to pass the mantle over to a non-account person. Hey, preferably from the north, under whose presidency we could secure the maturity of our takeover project. We say, and this is for natural way. Sadewi, Abamwana say mamu. Abamwana say mamu. Look, what say? Asantifo ewo party no mu. Wo mo bo mo ho say, wo mo ada wo mo be take over. Wo mo be gi party no. Ebra na Akufo-Addo ede na djuma eba wiye 2024. Nanso so no wo mo ngire wo mo ho se wo mo be yi adwuma amana twa Asantifo no ho 2024. Wo mo nya se wo mo de tumi no ebe hye wo bi a wonya kanni ensem. Demom se be ye dia wo mo mpa obi ofiri srem no mo fama no. Na sa nipa na ofiri srem no ebe be ye president a eno ana sa wo mo take over project Agyapade o mo jama o mo ni o mo asefo no ebetimi aba wieye. Hey, and I know ka say MPP flag bearer of river.
Officer.
So officer.
Yeah.
Tasemu o hey aboma na say mamu.
And surprisingly, say book way by before the primaries, right? The presidential primaries.
Me say 2008 communication meeting you resist at the as your plan, again to say, air cost one by one. Air cost one by one.
You mean 2008?
What's saying?
Was it 2018? 2018.
Yeah, 2018. Now, Bushia, sir, a Bushia will come once and more. Hey, one more symbol, and a da a Yunusuno. And Yaman habitual book way. And the book we have, no more symbol dasso. That's it, ye can't be. One mamma can say, a ye. Na obi kwaka obi obeje adi no esese ekwohwe ne tim abusuane na esabudi ka kwahwe mutim first sebu beti magiga da dapade nyina ade abombo se monkwa na mofa na we ye ka we ya bosi dey. This is a public document. We are going to digest it, we are going to explain it, we are going to analyze it for people to understand. Abusuan ba ko ntimi fa Ghana Agyapade nyina abusuan ba ko ntimi nyasa hwe mede sa paragraph we AC na mawie ehonom no. What say? To be specific, we need to strengthen our effort to control the mineral resources. Obianti heyo. To be specific, we need to strengthen our effort to control the mineral resources as well as the electricity and water institutions. Hey. The success of this project depends on the way in which we, the Ache Mafias, for the time being control the judiciary and the press. Why would you appoint judges to Supreme Court to be brain?
But well, okay.
I talk who won.
No, well, would you I will have time and interrogate.
Me say,
why
would you appoint Supreme Court judges be brain? Everybody is complaining. Civil society will be complaining. Why the part in the Supreme Court? And the media. Almost succeeded. And I'll tell you why they've succeeded. Now, the forward, Anamaka 17. Share Yanko ayi nankasa so na yɛnhwɛ ɛde adeɛ ɛna ɛhyehyɛ hɔ no yɛkɔ good
time
bɛhwɛ the salient point near ɛsɛ mede ba abɔnten biara no na mede ɛno aba wayɛ introduction waka ɛhɔ introduction no memmɔ so wɔnam phase 1 overview saa document yi ɔmo prepare yɛ no phase 1 ɛde adeɛ ɛna ɛsɛ sɛ ɛsie mu obi antie was it the first phase of the economic and financial sector control was to be implemented in the next first term of office. As we get closer to the end of the first term, we have set the ball rolling regarding the objectives set out in our first document. What it? We say way 2018. Book kunususu PA close to 2016 elections. Et you once walk the first document, the review any. Et you obaba the first term. And now we say we must set ball rolling. Regarding the objectives set out in our first document. Pedibi catcher me say first document e by do ne din no ye asase. Asase radio buy no. And I'm say eh e be confirm. I know mu change din no ye na Agyapade.
Ahaya kuma 87.9 FM. Mabato dwumadi na wotie no ne Hopeson Adorye na Sam media unravel Agyapade book or just about 2018 Hopeson to aso.
Now, what you hear ba? Was it there have been difficulties largely due to some pitfalls on our part. For example, the control of electricity sector. Obianti how? The control of electricity sector could have been handled better had it not been for the greed of some of the non-Achim elite we had included as cover. Electricity, or more than my what is here? PDS,
yes, PDS.
Yeah, done electricity at the ma PDS. Yes, say at the ma and crown cross on your day. 100.
Yeah.
One book no. Was some go far and crofok a crabby. I want ye Achim for. Ebe can who said the bear, ebe cover the face. But some crofonum don't become no we greedy and a 12 pie.
Oh.
The electricity to above fire answer man.
Per the book and the work kind there.
And fire.
Nesenka. So say oh, okay. Because look at say
PDS be ye dwuma grom ha 6 months. Ana minister amawu ekọ expose we say e ka dey say wo mo guarantee no mo dey buy dey fake.
Fake yeah.
Ana ye twa mu. Eti say enya amawu na wo buy ye ebebe expose ya.
It on the non-conformist.
What saying?
Amawu na the non-conformist.
Dabi wono na na ye minister.
I understand but on say o ka say had it not been okay.
Dabi me say ade no.
Okay.
One na ye minister on the sign agreement no.
Yeah.
Eti say wan hwe di ya dachi obekọ court.
Okay.
Edi ti wo hu ye na na obe expose ye.
Right.
But omo group omo techire. Ana omo say omo kokọ fan krofo na omo nyachim for beka ho. But omo no omo ye greedy.
Okay.
Eno na ma ade no to kokọ pae.
I see.
Abam. Eti ndisi fo atro. Ana mo implement it. Eish. Hey, Mr. Ghana for Agyapade a yenkola esiso mu benya. Ma yentra se e mabusuan ba komfa. Bugu we. Say ya me Bible o. Me da me kan, me sori a me kan. Ne mu se mo hu. E mu se mo hu. Hey. Hwe. Se ene ya na ye kan say. President Koko eyeyi be pese muhu se nyoma di bi wo hono mu a enne na wo kokko gina ho ka se NDC for na atro no tie the takeover of GBC and the acquisition of significant equity holdings in the GATT assisted banks represent our strategy for direct prey in the commercial banking space. Oh, me can CBG, sorry. Meko can say GBC there no. And under media control. Okay. I will go there. Now, wopa a year. Walking about banking. Banking. Kwanya ombefaswa omube take you over the banking. That one is the phase 2 of the implementation of the document. One more kasa about banking and then insurance. Now, in the book, almost 30 say, SIC a government insurance company now. SIC on insure all government properties, everything. Yempiano in Sinchain. Nian Konkofa enterprise insurance. Eye kenu for yatadie and famra. Abamana semem.
Well, we cannot. Yes.
But I'm telling you, sir, every government insurance, one fan enterprise insurance.
I know you need one dance here. You need one dance here. Pay the okay, na make us say, you need who been you need one dance here. Yeah.
Or more. Yeah, do more public sector no much, or more dance here, or money.
Yeah, tell me, because yeah, need one dance.
As I say, we have one dance here, but publications to pub about every day. Budget statement, as I say, we have one dance here. I am who for one casa to the issue.
No, you see, but as a matter of fact, yeah, need one dance here. That one we cannot say here.
Budget statement, I won't guy. Budget statement, I won't guy. You can't say enterprise insurance and insure everything. I won't guy. So, I don't know, under banking, or more categorizing into 3. 1, a mother, term of the amano. Number 2, a biological children. Then number 3, a adopted children. Now, under modern or more referred to Bank of Ghana. Was it control of the mother is essentially control of the mother is essential to control the industry. So far, the head of the mother and his first deputy are strongly aligned to our cause. Just a governor of Bank of Ghana and then the first deputy. Now, they are from our compound and we perceive no threat from these two. What free a compound? Omo free abusuanu mu a omo from masase no so sa governor and the first deputy no according to the book no omo from masase no so eti ehu ba kokra enim Ghana mami anje Ghana nsi ho a ye ma ye gi chede da ho mo di mba omo be kenkan sa di we pa hwe omo be hwe no eti wo ye buhye wote asantimamu wa buhua eti ho wote ho ba be defend obi a wo te sanga na Agyapade e di ama na buhua na ohu eti wakasa di we the second deputy appeases the gender advocate and is also not a source of discomfort. Just I don't know on from compound ho but wo gina musa ne be ya gender issue. When you said the second deputy, no, or your bar, Etino, or no, just a one year BBA, a how margin. What baby? Was it in that situation? The first deputy, sorry, I said my butter, baby. Was it in vain? In this vein, there is no need for changes in those places. It is, however, noted that the head is likely to reach retirement age before the end of phase 2. Eti answer na phase 2 no beso no. Let's just say head na eye governor no na wako retirement. No wako retirement in that situation, the first deputy would have to be supported to take over. Replacement of first deputy in such circumstances would not be by promoting the second deputy into the role of the first. Rather, a strong Bawumia loyalist should be appointed to the role to further strengthen the Bawumia political cause. Wahu baby a omo dia ba be hye ho. Kete. Wahu ne ate no. Now, this is in line with protecting the legacy of Nana could enable us to sidestep and further alienate the Kufuor fashion. Ahana semono wo. When we enter Crowflow market, one man from Munsanga. One more year wedding that yet get Kufuor fashion of him.
So what happens to Dr. Matipuku Prempe?
What they find to her? But me we book no mo meba ho. What do you do between ma amam for enya we no. So on yet no. Yen tampi won. That is the mother. Now, biological children. Was it that these are banks in which we should have controlling interest? The collapse of local banks with ties to the opposition, NDC, and other rival political factions during the cleanup operations undertaken by the mother, which is Bank of Ghana, was a resounding success. Hey, what would be a resounding success? Muada Muya Juma, our GN Bank, Muada Muya Juma war, Amwati Bank, nobody say, UT Bank, Muada Muya Juma war, UD Bank, and then the Akaka Hunginano. What it? Ya Pamu Mutifi will be a resounding success. It facilitated the flow of substantial financial resources into our war fund through backflow. TDO. Into our war fund through backflow of some of the advertised cleanup cost. Media. Sika wamude sa wamude krosu bank no. Sa okay. 21 billion.
Yeah.
So how no mojo ah. Ayasa. Sika ne bebre, ya say war bank backflow. Ya dia kogu ho. Ya dia kogu ho. Ti assembly omukai NDC for ada say you know alanche manti be win this elections na ma money so atem hwan. Ti assembly omukai was it the NDC has been poor incoherently and consistently demanding detailed accountability and audit of the fund spent. Sika no mo so mo dia kogu banks no 21 billion no o mo state send this for ya kwadro o mo da o mo tonko o mo ntimi anje ye can send details of it as say audit o mo ntimi audit no mo say eye no kre no o mo da I don't know much on is it not true and this woman I o mo da yanko adopted children. Adopted children, was it these are the top banks in the local scene with largely foreign ownership that we will not be able to take controlling equity stake. However, we still need to wield substantial influence in their operations through leverage over key management personnel and some board members. The aim here is not necessarily direct financial contributions from these banks, but rather to assure funding for private businesses aligned to our cause. Money laundry, a hot year de befa. Bogu na juro. Enya so mo pese omunya control. Me aban na be appointing MD because bank ni nya odia. Eti na ya adopted no. Eti esi so omunya influential people on their boards and ye can say personnel ebi omu ye ya ye kan kwa because ko do baby won say eyi absa Baba kwa as I said omu use diplomatic means no mutimi influence appointment no from South Africa na yemfa omu nkrofobi enkonkoshe hodom to on the twesika no mu free yi na eba na egumu sa na ye twenko and is adopted children no banks no ebi ye Absa Ecobank this be Stanbic and in the ekakeka ho ya tro ni na e wo buku yi mu wo se den e fiction ba min kan Ecobank ode no na entimi nya ni yie pa na manfo enya ni yie Ecobank tie ni omoka because so wahu botaya wo mo de wura sa banks no se enye so mo pese o mo control na mom ese se management board any ade no wo mo timi nya influential people ho enti se sika bi ba wo mo de be ye o mo private year e fa ho no mo a na boko ni atwea fam ni ade ko book no na eka me boni pa bia ya boni din wo se oye co-writer mebody di achirobia. Koko 2 under Ecobank. Was we have 2 routes of entry into these institutions. First is through SNET, which has a seat on the board of Ecobank Ghana by virtue of each shareholding. This seat is occupied by Director General of SNET. In phase 2 of our agenda, in phase 2 of our agenda, Kofi Bosompem Osafo Mafo, who is a Deputy Director General of Senate, should be made the Director General to give him the seat on the Ecobank Ghana board. And then Minu say, find the Director General Senate.
Osafo Mafo ban.
Kofi Bosompem Osafo Mafo. Adewey 2018. And you are telling me, say, a fiction. You are telling me, say, and this is for natural. Ish. Then this is for Munshas and Professor. And I didn't have me. And them, defe. Et il y a some numbers, Omuga. Ready. Shay? Insurance. Now make us MB. Now so there. We need evidence. Betty, insurance no omo group unity say no group banks no pepepe. Your mother, your biological children, and then adopted children. Madam, was it the current team at the helm of National Insurance Commission, especially the insurance commissioner, is well aligned and so far has worked effectively in furtherance to our objectives. So what? The commissioner of the kind of National Insurance Commission was it what just say mudoba. A juma would dear no ne papa kumape anoy. This has underscored a clear understanding of loyalty to Nanado and our broader political objectives. You commissioner for National Insurance Commission, dear mommy. Yes, I said here, just say, what you're loyal to a proof, I don't know. Anna, what more political objectives is say, what more the control Ghana no was say, Papa no ye aligned to it. Wakikaki can win na who call biological children, Tienu Say, National Insurance Commission in the under Ghana more than Akwago is a Bank of Ghana. Eti yeba biological children. The enterprise group is the dominant leader of the insurance industry, and its position has been strongly enhanced since the coming into power of MPP government in 2017. There is really no need to aggressively pursue direct acquisition of additional insurance companies. Somebody. The phase 2 of strategies for continuous control, including the following: 1. Continue to push major government insurance deal to enterprise insurance. Me say enterprise. They say himself can for that.
Yeah.
Only the word answer say any there. We should continue to push all government deals into enterprise insurance. 2. Sponsor elections of candidates to executive positions of key labor unions such as NAT, NAGRAT, UTAG, TUTAG, GMA, etc., so they can influence the appointment of enterprise trustees and Enterprise Investment Limited as trustees or fund managers of tier 2 and 3 pensions fund of those labor unions. Look, adumayefo akatwa yetete, senator yetete, eni ade no. Aban say wa chichemu. Eti aban ebehwe efa. Na tier 2, tier 3, yemfama private insurance for na omo enrane ema workers. Eti edruso a sa group we omo betam sika kese edi ama omo pe ebia nat ye kan say chairman nagrat ye kan say chairman GMA edi de kai ka ho no ye tam sika ma omo ne make sure so omo awene omo weni a ye ka say ye tier 2 tier 3 say ne ya no omo de akire omo ntimi nkasa Any Eda black and white. Black and white. It is so be a say, hey, I do wait here. A fictional. Let me tell you. Adopted children, you walk on. Was it there is no active strategy for influence of the other insurance company beyond appointment of the board and senior management of SIC Group? The SIC there, one must share that ni proper strategy bia. No beti ma ya ni say a board no ne senior management no because a hono or my ye hono redundant. Bibia ankoso wo ho. Bibia ko enterprise insurance anti ho omo kwa ko waste time aye den ho no. So won ete no. Eti senior management board ayi no and omo fan toto wo keke no omo nyi omo ni no omo pe omo ba bi ntra. And people are saying again, say Adorye a fiction. Adia and someone be nyina happen one after the other. And people are still saying say a fiction. Hey, one who from fire channel say, oh, and maybe I'm here. What be that? Oh, that be me, we be brother. My first time I achieve me. A bien a person. A bien a person. Me say, someone called me. That was say, that the way me GD make a one me say me GD pa. Me reason. Me say bibi e wo mu bia ba one by one. Eh ya na manfo na edit ya na me say me copy we me print ya che. Obi anya ye no edit. Ade no kwaso. 87.9. Eno na nipa no ba be ka kire me say the original document was called Asase. No mo fi say ya jimi wo hu. Ya jimi yo. Me fra nguna mamu. Aguna busia. We are part of the can say nation's property. Bibi bia ewo Ghana asase so eye Ghana for dia bia no me so me ka ho wo ye santini ka ho wo ye dakati ni ka ho wo ye nzimani ka ho achemfo nso so ka ho na denti ne ebe makwan ama busuako baako asesa ni nyina 87.9 hwe me ne wo ka sei about mamemra and oil and gas. Ti ade huhuhu bia wa hase de yewi amanfo beti ase de enti agalamse yentimi nto ase da no amanfo beti ase ye pa. Undermining oil and gas industries was say our mining as well as oil and gas strategies constitute a major plank of the blueprint for controlling the extraction of natural resources which God has generously bestowed on Ghana, particularly the Achem land. 87.9. So what? After we say, growing environmental factors are rendering risky our use of illegal small-scale mining, galamsey, as a source of financing our political objectives. So what? Just say, we should say, we galamsey. And they pesika say omo de best support omo political strategies ni ade na ye risky omo anhwe ya e bedru ba bi no omo ntimi ento aso biom. There is therefore the need to roll out a more rigorous legal means of controlling significant stake in the legal gold value chain. Tie ne edi so no e ho na ehu no was it to this end a cursory look at the approved concessions should be looked at. Asante Bedietuo is to lead the process to take over these concessions detailed below and consolidate them into the extended Agyapade LLC incorporated in Jersey. Hey, Nkrofoya BTA. Oma BTA. Agyapade. What the media for them follow Agyapade story no? Yes, Agyapade company bia ya register wo America memu. Wo mo na eba behwe ama ye gold royalties no wo mo bejeje. Eni ade. Na ye kwase a wo behu how they've planned. Wo mo no ebe twe the chunk of money e dia kwa mo ankasa. Wo mo Hey. Enti no Asante Bedietuo should lead that. There are 332 galamsey companies in this book. Omo to omo apete. Je say omo to gold, pesika, edebromo. List no and the wa say no. Mo betima roll out the list on the screen. 332 galamsey companies. And what say to us no? Say omo ntimi independent on the galamsey. And also omo betima the needed money omo here because e risky. E bedru baby no. Na says the way answer say say amamfo to omo no guso a wa hwe omo nya skade biom. Eti omo fa e kwan foforo so. Ebe ye mra kwan. E betima mo da sika na galamsey de be mo. Empo more. Inti tempa no mo register company wo America ma mu jesi. Your friend Agyapade LLC. Omo buy number drafted bibia. Asante be there to mu ye fast. And of the call parliament. Okay, the day of the passage of Agyapade LLC. What's a minority I walk out. Yeah. That time SSN MPP one numbers in it no. Omo ye den. Omo pass here. Dede ba ho and the president say omo be amendment. No must send their back to parliament. And then I'm more to be implemented into full. Who ye MPP ni? Who ye MPP MP? Who ye MPP ni minister? Ni a Branfodu. Ni a duwe ya fawasia. Thank God. Se sabre APP. Wonsu wa bushian for now no mo wasante memu ha no. Wo munya sadie we bia eye. Fight for them. Fight for them. Je Ekufo be di president. Ana santi memu bia yo. Me matena Kumasi. Aswansi sa. Miswa me papa ba Zongo police station honum. Na miswa. Sa tem no ni ani mfie. Ye kwa yi menyi ye mia metena Aswansi 16 years.
Okay.
Enti se uwo asantimam. Na mu goda e wasase ase. Yes, Sadi akoma abusuakuo bi outside Ashanti region. Na wote so, wote ho, na wo support wa. Eish. Dache echiriba ebebisa mo.
Hopes in the next 5 minutes you be phone lines na eti for swap them including almost voice messages.
Okay, any problem. Say eye kabi mami kabi. Eti wo hwe ayinu mu a concession o ma ye ne kama. In this document was say the technical team led by DM Oforiata should further evaluate the following details in order to choose the appropriate site. This is the map of our forest. Ya omakwa kwaji wa Minerals Commission. Baby a gold no wono ani ya shade no green kama. Etu omun steady no omun sanfa nkrofo enkonko toto ho. Ni yeti ho. Yesidian. Yeti ho sidian. Hey, yeti Ghana masa abusuako bago.
Akuma FM 87.9 Kumasi.
Woko telecommunication in some way sisi wo hoda nya de keto a. Hwe about the party. Ni omo kafa party no. Before 2020 election. Was it the party, the youth and women's wing of our party remain weakest link? Every effort must therefore be made to get our national organizer to fill in the gap. Same apply to getting Esla Owusu to assist the women's wing. The substandard tag on Nana Boachi seems to be perfect description of who he is, per the earlier assessment by DM Oforiata and co-writers of the August 2019 report. So what? This is a tag we should actually shred from his personal knowledge. Hi. Party and someone or more can you. Now, what I said before 2020 elections. Now, Esla Owusu bohu no na mapa west, no na mapa east, no na voter region, no a candidate to Abrekuma West in Greater Accra. no de nam no ba chantry je no nam hase asem ka ho enye no anaba mu see empress ro wusu no assisted the women's wing enye no anaba mu hase no enti eye den 90s ni na jiro ye eye den ni omuka fa jombodu hu ni omuka fa Kennedy Japan hu eni adi nyina abam the minor parties how they should get them and control them abam religion and chieftaincy eno and the wa say you know abam the me person be cancer be manu asi no ama atiefo abam the media now was it the national situation as regards the media landscape? Was it the media has remained a veritable weapon in shaping public opinion and agenda setting strategy. We therefore have to wage an even more vigilant war in pursuit of our grand scheme to capture and dominate the media landscape. Etino, omo hu se media for no. Say eba say the public opinion say ya de no mo shepu no papa eti kwan on be fa so a omo benya mo ayusu mu ama bibia mo gina omo achi no ombe and they've succeeded edru anopa morning show na mo afa two parties bia pe aba betena ha sei meanwhile mo nim say nya two parties pe na 2024 elections omo succeed almost succeeded. What's that want to mean?
Oh no, I know. I have my own reservations though because I have not yet. I have no. In the case of media general, wouldn't say we speak to, multi-party, representatives. Your movement for change, your panel, so across board, and we are not part of that. Yeah. If even that one crown is established, arguably.
Phase 2 of media control. One mentioned Bibiwa. Was it? There is no doubt that Joy 99.7 FM and multimedia group will remain an industry leaders in the communication sphere of the country, while relying on them as a veritable ally. Anti-MPP agenda by some of their staff does not portend well for us.
Okay, so Unim, because we have specifics, yentimi agree on this one. Okay. And now Kauto and Kaiwe say yentimi adopted this one. Let me yes. And because we cannot dependently verify this one. That's right. Yes.
And to the meba bakubi woma me pese me de no was say we were left with no choice but to have used our boys to threaten Manasseh Azuri Awuni, while his publication in the past inured to our political benefit.
And also Hopeson, we cannot independently verify that. It's yes.
Manasseh, is there a fact to say Uganda or South Africa say the life is in danger or not?
Yet, but you need evidence, no? You need evidence, yes, but me need evidence.
What?
But me need evidence.
No.
Never for can, but you need evidence.
Evidence in anything.
Open the printing guitar. Said the mechanic.
Open the printing guitar. Meant to make a jabro.
Oh,
testing on the best.
Anyways.
Okay. Let me respect your chair.
Yes.
Now, Namija enuntum. Eti me say in semwa or more church will book we mujina ebemu one after the other. A brand TV was say on the touch screen. No ko gina ni TV anim no touch it. Who bisa who say Ghana journalism na adru fahifa.
All right, Hopeson line no swai me person be pick calls ni bi afeso a number of them, in fact, bro focus a plethora of messages and aba me phone so but my pick calls ni bi me have remember messages no so na afi yeah 80 my pick calls ni bi yeah hello ni udi no be